Okay. I think I got everything working. My YouTube stream is borked. Okay, now it's working. Fucking no. I think it's good. Okay. Give me a second. Hi, baby. Oh boy. It's cat snuggle time, too. Okay. Whoa! Okay. Oh god, there's so much. This is not important, but I can't. We gotta chill that color out, dude. Just give me a random ass fucking. Fine, we'll do. God damn. Whatever. I'll make this 100. Just chill it out. Okay, that's actually the way to do it. It's like such an optical illusion. Damn, it's making my eyes go crazy. You guys see that? Okay. Ignore the optical illusion if you can. Maybe I make the background. Fuck, dude. All right, we'll just make it white. Okay. Even that is crazy. Okay. Whatever, you're gonna have optical illusion. But basically, I'm just trying to make sure. I don't even need the lines anymore, but we're just finding intersections. So at this point, we divided the screen up into vertical lines and horizontal lines. We found all the intersections of those lines and put them into. Now we need to organize those intersections into an array and then be able to parse that array in a way that we can draw some rectangles from those points. So Let me just do this too. Just double check there's no overlaps. Okay. So at this point, we're going through the what if we do this? Ah, God damn it. Ugh. I'm just trying to check to make sure that this is going in the way that I think it is. And it does look like it. Okay. So we're starting with the width, and we're going this line. So we're taking this line from here to here, and then we're going to loop through each of these lines and getting their intersections. So the array that we're going to have is going to be, it's going to be an array that looks like this. And then on the inside, we're going to have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. You get the idea. But that is going to correspond to, this could be like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So those are, imagine these are the intersections. This is how it's ordered. So I have that array that looks like that, and I want to go through, I want to go through, and I want to be able to grab points A, B, F, and E to make a square. Or, realistically, what I want to be able to do, so we'll do this first, but then I want to be able to change the length of this. So let's say I want to, instead of making a square like this, I want to go down to C and make a square like that. Or I want to go all the way down to D and make a square like that. I want to be able to easily do that given these intersection points. That was the whole point of making the intersections. So I'm going to keep this over here for me as just a guide. We're going to put it up here. And then, because I've already written that, this is basically that. Getting all of those intersections and putting them into this array called intersects. So now we just need to figure out how to loop through that. So the first part of the array is going to be the vertical lines, and then within those vertical lines there's the horizontal intersections. Let's do this. And we're going to want to do -1 because we're never going to go to that last. We're never going to go to that last one because when we get to here, that's going to grab those ones. So we could say let vertical line 1 equal intersects of 0, or sorry, of I. Vertical line 2 intersects of I plus 1. Because that's going to be, so the first one's going to be this, and then plus 1 is going to be the one next to it. So now we have two arrays that we've pulled out of this big array. And now we want to loop through to grab the horizontal intersects. But so at first we're just going to do it, we're going to do it basically. So then we'll say and now these two arrays are going to be the same length. They have to be. So you know what I should do real quick. Oh, so much better. Okay. Now, to be sure that we're doing this right, let's do this actually. Okay, look at that. Boom. So we've broken it up into quads based off of the intersections. Now, as a side note, I want to be able to do this because originally we're just taking the lines and we're drawing rectangles the whole length, and then we're going the other way, rectangles the whole length. So I'm going to want to repeat this process that I'm doing here, but for the horizontal lines as well. So we'll have to figure that one out after. Okay, but now we have it broken up so each individual, I don't think I need this anymore. Each group of intersections have been turned into whatever rectangles, but now I want to vary the length of these, so we need to figure out how to do that. So there's a couple of tricky things to try to figure out. One is we have to remember that we can only go so far, and how we're gonna we just have to figure out how to write it. Let me just think for a second. Essentially, it's just changing this how much we want to jump. But we have to make sure that if I jump here by 3, then the next part of the loop, like almost j, needs to increase a little bit. So let's make a variable called jump. And it's going to be okay, and let's see. So if j is 0, then let's say that the theoretical max of this random would be the length of this, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then j at this point would be 0 because it's the first one. So it would be plus 11. But then floor actually be 10, which is I think what we want, because that would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And then we're going to want to make sure that j is actually going to be, we'll put this at the end of this, j is going to have to increase by JMP. Now if it was 1, the minimum should be 1. We never want 0. But let's say it was 1. Because then we don't want to do it. We'll just do -1. Okay. Let's just try this, see what happens. Hey, look at that. Perfect. I'm actually surprised that worked first try. I'm a little bit happy with myself. Okay, now we just need to repeat this process, but essentially flip it, because we want to do the horizontals. So we're going to keep the array as it is, but now we need to kind of think backwards, because now that array, where essentially the vertical lines are, it's an array of the vertical lines, I want to access and loop through. Yeah, I got to think about this for a second. Because I have no idea. Hold on. Sometimes this kind of like abstract thinking is difficult to do, but my brain no worky. Hold on, more coffee. Actually, this is where writing shit down helps. So I'm gonna do a little sketching. No, that's not gonna work. Ah, fuck it, we'll make it work. Okay, hold on. I think I know what to do. I'm thinking. Because the horizontal line is going to be, like if I'm at 0, it's going to be intersects of 0, intersects of 1 of 0, intersects of 2 of 0, intersects of 3 of 0. And that distance I want to go is going to be that jump value, essentially. And I'm going to want we're going to move down that list. This is what this first loop is. We're going to start at the first one, and we're going to say, let's do horizontal index equals I, 1 equals I, and horizontal index 2 equals I plus 1. And we're going to say for let j equals 0, sorry, j is less than intersects dot length j plus plus, and we also want to do we still want to do -1. Yes. We're going to say let jump equal floor random 1 okay. Let P1 is going to be intersects of horizontal index 1 of j. So that's going to be the first one. Second one is going to be intersects of horizontal index 1 of j plus jump. P3 is going to be intersects of horizontal index 2 of j plus jump. And P4 is going to be intersects of horizontal index 2 of j. And then make sure we do j plus equals jmp plus 1. And then we're also going to do, let me just grab this. Nope. Hold on, let me, don't do this. Let's just see what we're getting. Okay. Right. These need to be switched. So this needs to go here. This goes here. Okay, we're still getting, so we shouldn't have any empty spaces. So this jump shit needs to go in this array, I think. Yeah. Oh, or is it, did I just do I did +1 for some reason. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Whew. Okay. And you're not going to see those because they're on the other side, but that's fine. This is exactly how we want it. Okay, now, so instead of coloring them in here, I want to just we're going to make a new array. Actually, I think this is going to be returned to array ARA. So, and then let's just add 2 more. We're going to call them horizontal horids blocks and vert blocks. Okay, and so instead of doing this, we're going to do vert blocks dot push p1, p2, p3, p4, and then over here we're going to do horit blocks dot push p1, p2, p4. Okay, and then now we get to determine how do we want to mix these out. For now, we're just going to say, actually, you know what? For now, we're just going to say ARA. And we're just going to put them into the array that's going to be returned. And then we can say ARA equals, actually, we'll just do that. They're all going to go to array because this array is going to be returned to, where's our main block here? So I guess we're doing this bullshit. Sorry. Almost there. We almost got this. Hold on. I know what's going on here. Yeah, this just needs to be, I'm going to call this quad of q.p, no, vert quad. No. Vec quad. q.p of 0, q.p of 1, q.p of 2, q.p of 3. I need to clean this the fuck up. Hold on. We'll figure that all out later. Hi, baby girl. Sorry, am I the cat? Would like some attention, please. Here she is. Here's Miss Agnes. Hi. Hello. Oh, look at that. P4. Not 4. Okay. Now here's the funny thing. This looks very similar to how it originally was. Hold on. A little bit different. Like you weren't getting some of this stuff. It's a little different. Okay, it's a little different. That's okay. I didn't know what was gonna happen when we did this, but let's push through and see. Let's push through and see how this goes. So, one thing we can do now. Where is my settings here? Let's try some twist to it. And then we're also going to change this to 1. And then we're going to get this. Oh, I need to fix the other thing too. Hold on. Let me fix up this stuff first. Actually, we're going to leave that as a regular quad because I need to adjust things. So we're just going to make sure 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Okay. The shadows look wrong. I don't know why. You see, look, you are getting some weird stuff. Actually, I can see the difference. This kind of weirdness was never, because this line would go all the way there, but now that line can stop there, and you can have this. Now the shadows are different, and I think that's because, yeah, okay, so we need to think about the shadows a little bit differently. So let's see. Oh, you're so cute. This cat is the cutest fucking thing, let me tell you. You kind of smell like piss, though, I'm going to be honest with you. Long-haired cats, man. don't look. I know. one's going to be, oh shit. So for the shadows, this is a little confusing. Because it's going to depend on, okay, so for this one is going like this. We have P1 is going to be why did I do it like that? Oh, that was the, no, we're over here, sorry. Vertical line is intersects of 0, so that's P1 is vertical line of J, which is that one. And then P2 is going to be going like that. P3, okay, that's fine. And then this one, P1 is intersects of J. Boom, okay. The next one is going to be that guy. And that's going to be that guy. Oh, so it's good. No, we're good. We're chilling. Okay, and let me remove some more boundaries. I'm actually curious to see this larger. I don't remember what step size does. Wait. Oh, this is stupid. Why would I ever do that? Okay. Oh, do you see that? I saw that. Not sure why that's happening yet. Okay, what if we did this? I'm curious. Why is it doing that? Like this, I still don't really understand why that's happening, but I bet it's this. Hold on. Hold on. Hmm. Okay. There we go. Oops. Uh-oh. Hold on. Hold on. Everything's fucked. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Okay. Hmm. I'm a little weirded out by these shadows. I don't know why they're not doing what I want them to do. reposition. Gotta reposition. Okay. Oh, and she's gone. Excuse me. I am so sorry. Hmm. I feel like one thing that Nicole keeps telling me, and it's probably true, um, is that I gotta spend some time working on colors. What in the actual Christ is this? So for now, I think I want to try working in black and white real quick. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. What is this? Okay. Functions. Should be a palette in here, or a function in here that allows me to. Huh. I guess not. What about in, where the fuck is Sketch? Expand palette, yeah. There we go. Thank you. Hmm. See, this is the cool shit. So let's hear. All right, before we do anything crazy, let me take this. I'm gonna put it here, and I'm gonna comment it out so we don't lose this fucking formula. Because I feel like here's where we can start doing some weird shit. And now, before we do anything too crazy, I'm kind of curious. So what we'll do is we're gonna not do the foreground shape, and we're just gonna put this into blocks, and we'll shuffle it. So we'll only have the background, and then we're gonna make sure that the background is BG mode 1, and then yeah, we'll do background pattern to 25. Okay. Okay. And now let's just like It's interesting how like some things don't really make too much of a difference. I can tell something's a little bit off because it looks like the lines are thicker. Hmm. There's got to be a good way to like shuffle these up. Because we could say okay, that's a little bit too fucked. We just keep y1 correct. What if we made this py and this px? Oh, not really change anything. I think that makes sense. That has a rather large impact if I do this one. Hmm. Oh, all right. Well, that was fun. Kind of did some stuff. Let's take a look again at what we did. Put this shit back. I mean, we did. It's something. I got the thing that I wanted to do done. I don't know how much of a huge impact it actually has on the scope of outputs, but I mean, it's certainly interesting. It gives a little bit more variation as to how things can overlap, but I kind of feel a little bit like it just makes things more random, and it's already very chaotic. Um, so I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a very simple idea, and I don't really know where I'm going to take this project, but it was a fun. It was a fun exercise in fucking horrible arrays and parsing through arrays and all that stuff. Definitely got my brain going. Um, yeah. The other thing I got to figure out is the shadowing, because they got a little messed up. I feel like from how we're doing this. Figuring out how to get the shadows how I want them again will be another thing to figure out. This definitely, this ain't it. You know what might be kind of interesting? What if I preserve the original beams in their full form? So what we can do is, where's my grid function? If I put in two arrays, we have array and then full array, and then all of these should be full. We're gonna have to do some more organizing because I need these shadows to go in first, and then all of the all those go on top of it. That's gonna be a little tricky to figure out. But what I'm gonna do is we're gonna make some notes here. So this is gonna be okay. So this is gonna be intersections. And then let's just go into here. Knots. Okay. In what do I call it? Oh, just full array. I'll understand it. This is a stupid note, but I'll understand it. That's all that matters, right? All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I might stream later. Maybe some gaming, maybe